YouTube, what's happening? Let's get straight into it. There's a reason why you've clicked on this video. Phantom GT versus the TIEMPOS. I'm going to be looking at the latest designs that have come out through our sponsors, Nike Football, and I'm going to be giving you my honest review on the boots. So guys, this is my honest review. Some people might have a different opinion. This is what I believe. I have been using Nike boots for years. I've been using TIEMPOS for coaching. I've done training sessions in the Phantoms. So this is my honest review with these two boots, which are one of the most popular boots on the market right now. The way I review football boots are with the following. Number one, I look at the comfort of the boot, so which one feels better on my foot. Now, everyone obviously have different shapes of feet, so you have to go with what suits you, okay? The second one is feel. Now, what I mean by feel is, what do they feel like when I'm controlling the ball, when I'm striking the ball, which is really important for footballers. Number three, which is the most important one, the look of the boots. Now, we know Nike Football, every single week they bring out new boots. And it's the reason why we buy them is so that they look good. So I'm going to be going through the latest ones on their image. Number four, we're going to test the way it feels when we change direction, which again I feel is important in a boot because in football we change direction a lot. So we'll be looking at the way the studs are designed, how they grip on synthetic, and then the last one would be the durability of the boot. Now, obviously these are brand new. I think I've done one session in the TIEMPOS, but durability is probably, again, the most important thing for you guys and probably why you're clicking on this video. Which boots last the longest? How long do they last? Do they keep their image? I'm gonna be talking about that into today's video. So guys, if you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. The TIEMPOS versus the Phantoms. Do 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 do. Number one, let's talk about the comfort of the boot. First thing I want to talk about, the TIEMPO was so much easier to put on than the Phantom GT. So that's the first thing I want to talk about is getting the boots on. What I like about the GTs, one of my favorite things about the GTs is they grip your feet. So that's one of my personal preferences with boots is I want them to be super tight on my feet. I want them to feel like they're skin tight so it helps me in my ball striking. However, the TIEMPOS are a lot more comfier. Now I just want to talk about the TIEMPOS. The old TIEMPOS I didn't like. These new ones, oh my diddly days, they are unbelievable. I really like the laces on these ones, the way they've come out with the laces. You can see where the laces are, that it stretches, so that it's going to be able to adapt to your foot there. And they are ridiculously light, guys. I can't tell the difference between the two. If anything right now, which I can't believe I'm saying this because TIEMPOS have never been known for this, but this one actually feels lighter than the GT right now, which is crazy for a TIEMPO. In terms of comfort though, the TIEMPO wins hands down. They are so comfy on my right foot right now. Definitely a lot more comfy than the GTs, but my personal preference is I like the boots to be super tight to my feet. The GTs feel like they grab my feet a little bit more. The TIEMPOS have a little bit more room to grow. So over time, I feel like the TIEMPOS will definitely stretch out because it's a leather boot for sure. So they're definitely going to stretch out over time. So just to put that in a nutshell, guys, the TIEMPO is comfier. The GT is tighter on your feet. So overall, the feel, I would say that the TIEMPO, the comfort, the TIEMPO wins on that one for sure. Definitely a more comfortable boot, easier to put on, But my personal preference is I like them a little bit tighter to my feet. So that is number one, guys. Comfort, Tiempo wins 1-0. Okay guys, we talk about feel. So right now I haven't kicked the ball, and I would say that the Tiempos are winning because they just feel comfier on my feet. But let's be honest, it's not about that. It's about the feel when we're actually playing, when we're ball striking. So I'm gonna do a couple of passing drills. I'm gonna go over to the goal and hit a couple of penalties and just see what the feel is like when I'm striking the ball. So let's start with the Tiempos. Couple of bounce passes. Couple of juggles, that's the touch. On first thought, guys, honestly, lovely. Off the boot. To be honest, where you could wear Sondico rugby boots, the feel comes from the player, but I just want to talk about when I'm actually striking the ball. So let's look at the GT. The GT, I think because the layer on the boot is thin and the leather on the Tiempo is thick, the feel is slightly different. So when I'm striking it with the Tiempo, I can hardly feel it on my foot. But when I'm striking it with the GT, I can really feel it on my foot, to be fair. So there is a little bit of a difference there in terms of the feel. You have these little arrow marks. Now, I feel like this is definitely designed for a striker. So I feel like the GTs are for strikers. And I feel like the Tiempos are maybe for more your centre back, your six, your ball players, because you can see here with the arrows on the boot, that's to generate more spin, more finesse with your finishing. So Nike do try and go boots to a specific position. So I feel like the GTs are definitely made for more of a wide player and a striker, because there is a little bit more feel there with the ball strike, you know. It's a lot thinner on my foot, and then when it's with the Tiempo, it's a lot thicker. So it all, again, depends what preference. But in terms of which one's winning this one, the Phantom or the Tiempo, I think I need to assess that with the ball striking. Okay guys, I'm gonna do the feel with right and left foot, so that may alter it a little bit because I'm better at striking the ball with my right foot. But this will definitely determine which one I like more when it comes to striking the ball. Now, striking the ball is so important. So I'm just gonna strike one with my left and my right, see how it feels, and I'll come back and give you some feedback. So let's go with the right foot first, the Tiempo. Whoa. Whoa. Now guys, I just wanna be clear. Boots do not alter technique. You could be wearing golf shoes, it doesn't matter. Let's try the lefty. Barring in, we take that. Again, this is my personal preference. I much prefer the boot being really tight to your foot, because I really feel like that does alternate the ball strike slightly. Sometimes I coach players and they have boots that are like 3 sizes too big for them, and it does affect the way you kick the ball, trust me. These are super tight on my feet, both of them, but the GT for me, when it comes to actually ball striking, passing, and feel with the ball, that's my preference. So I'm gonna say that the Phantom GT only just about takes over the Tiempo. See, if this was an old Tiempo, there wouldn't even be a debate here, but the new Tiempos are unbelievable. But the GTs take this one for me a little bit better when it comes to ball striking. Let's move on to looks. All right guys, let's move on to number 3, the most important one, looks. I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase. -7 out of 10. They are disgusting. I wouldn't wear them. Purple, is it like an orangey red, blue, like, sorry guys, Nike, not a fan, but I know a lot of people that love these boots. My own personal preference, I think it's one of the worst colorways I've seen. I have these in white, much prefer them in white. Let's talk about the Tiempos. Now, again, this is my own personal preference. They've got this mad, the Rhodacious have got the mad chromy finish at the back, which I think will eventually go over time. And the all white and greenish yellow Nike tick. This is my personal preference. When you first get fresh white boots, 10 out of 10, delicious. But after you've done 6 training sessions, they then go down to a 2 out of 10. So we'll talk about durability at the end, but in terms of an all white boot, the looks on this, oh, 10 out of 10. But if you were to give me this in all black, 11 out of 10, which I do think they're going to release an all black one as well. So in terms of looks, oh my God, there's a no-brainer here. The TIEMPOS take that by a country mile. The TIEMPOS take that. However, there is nicer colorways in the GT, so it's not, listen, it is about performance, more about feel. Looks is the reason why we do buy it. So that's why I'm doing this review. So if I'm comparing these two boots, 9 out of 10, minus 7 out of 10. If you get this in an all black, 10 out of 10. This in an all black, ooh, pushing an 8 and 9 out of 10. But the TIEMPOS take it on this one. Okay guys, number 4, change of direction. This is something that I feel is really, really important. So between the Phantoms and the TIEMPO, let's look at which one is better to change direction, which one feels great. But first, I want to clarify something. In my hands, I have 2 TIEMPOs. Exactly the same boot, slightly different colorway, but the back of the boot is different. One of them is circulated studs from the front to the back, as you can see there. And then this one, which is the one I've got on my foot right now, there's circulated studs on the side, but in the middle, the front and the back, they have a different style of stud. Now I want to talk about this. If you're a player that plays on synthetic pitches a lot like I do, these are the boots for you. You need to be looking out for these type of boots which have the circulated studs, because they are much better for changing direction, and they are much safer as well. They are much safer. Reason being, I've rolled my ankle so many times whilst wearing this style of studs, because what happens, which we'll show you in a slow motion, is when you go to change direction in these boots, they get the grip is unbelievable, but there's not that much movement in the ground. So when I plant my foot, there's not much movement in the ground. Therefore, sometimes you can roll your ankle or do your ligaments in your knee, because it grips really well. Now with this boot, with the circulated studs, there's a lot more movement in the boot, so it doesn't grip as much. Therefore, it's a lot safer when we're playing our games and we're working at full speed. So I just wanted to clarify that there's still absolutely nothing wrong with these guys, nothing wrong with these. But my personal preference is if you can go with that style at the bottom of the boot, it's so much better. However, I wouldn't wear these on grass, because I would be slipping all over the place. I would be wearing these on grass, potentially with the metal studs. You see all the Premier League players, they wear these ones with metal studs on as well, because it gives them a little bit more grip. So I wanted to clarify that. If you're a player that plays on synthetic ground, these are the boots that you need to look at. Now let's look at the Phantoms versus the TIEMPO with the change of direction. Let's go. Oh, it's always funny when I do that type of stuff. All right, let's see which one wins out of this. The GT feels lighter. The TIEMPO there's more movement in my boot. I talked about that at the start, but there's more movement in my boot with the TIEMPO. I honestly feel with the way that they're designed on the bottom, there's not much difference between how we change direction with the boot. So what I'm gonna say with this one, it's a draw. 1-1, change direction. They're both really, really good. But I just wanted to say, if you play synthetic, the other type of studs is better. Let's move on. Okay guys, last one, durability. This is what you pay your money for. How long do these boots last? How much wear can you get out of them? What do they start to look like? So what I've done, gone into my van, and let's have a look what I can find with my boots. Now, bear in mind, this is just one bag's worth. I've got a lot in my storage. So straight away, I've got golf shoes, I've got all sorts in here, but straight away, I have found some old TIEMPOs, so I'll get them out. And I've also got some GTs in the white, which I absolutely love. I've got a pair of them. I've got quite a lot of the GTs here, to be honest. They are unbelievable. They're all leather. They're slightly different. I've got the pink and black. Right, what I wanted to do is get these ones, guys, for you. Okay, listen. Me and Shane did a boot review on these. The white Phantom GTs when they first come out. If they would have changed the pink to red, oh my God, these would have been up there. These ones I have wore so many times, guys. Like, I've worn them in games. I've done so many training sessions with Shane. You would have seen them on the YouTube. These Tiempos right here, haven't played and trained as much in these because I'm not a big fan when it comes to training and playing, but I have coached a lot in these because they're super comfy. So the reason why I've got these out is because these are brand new on my feet. I've only done one session in these and I haven't done any sessions in these, but these ones I have. So I am able to tell you about the durability. The only thing I would say is this is the old Tiempo design. So unfortunately, guys, I haven't done enough sessions in the new design to let you know how durable they are. However, I'm going to talk about these two. So let's get a close-up on the Tiempo. Now, you can see there that they're starting to wear out, the leather's starting to wear out, and I've seen on previous boots that I've had that they also do start to break a little bit over time by here, but these haven't, because like I said, I haven't played games in these yet. You can see a little bit there that it's starting to come off, but I only coach in these because they're very, very comfy. Overall, the Tiempos are durable, but I have seen boots in the past where they do come off. Now, let's look at the condition. Condition's still great. I'm talking a lot of coaching sessions in these, so the condition of these boots are still pretty good. They still look fairly new, Harry, would you say? So overall, Tiempo is not bad for durability. Having saying that, guys, these being white, I think would, over time, they would start to look a lot worse than maybe say like a grey, black or blue. So these white ones could definitely, the durability could not as long, okay? So the white ones maybe a little bit worse. Let's look at the GTs. Now these are a white pair as well. I'll be honest with you, I've done a lot of games and training in these and they're still completely intact. Nothing is ripped. You can see there, nothing is ripped on the side. There's a bit of wear and tear on the studs because like I said, I've trained a lot in these. Slightly a little bit of rips in the leather. Overall, guys, I have done a lot of sessions in these because I love them. Maybe could do with a bit of a clean. They've, as you can see again, guys, with the white, they've lost their color a little bit, and then you can see the marks a lot easier on white boots. Overall, fantastic, durable boot in my opinion, and I've had a lot of Tiempos in the past, so I would say the winner of durability is definitely the Phantoms by a long shot. I've had Tiempos in the past that have ripped pretty easy. So that is it, guys. Durability, I'm going with the Phantoms on that one. All right, guys, to end the video, which one do I think is better? In terms of boot and performance, I prefer the Phantoms. In terms of look and feel, look-wise, that one, bin. Tiempos, the look of these, absolutely delicious. And the feel of these are delicious. But overall, if I'm gonna pick a winner, only slightly, because I love the new Tiempo design, but the overall winner, Phantom GTs. Not this colorway though, the colorway is disgusting. But what a boot, guys. That is the Phantom GT versus the Tiempo. If you got this far, you're an absolute legend. I tried to give an honest boot review, guys. See you on the next video. Peace.